National Folk Museum. The National Folk Museum of Korea is located inside the Gyeongbokgung Palace. This museum shows the life of Korean ancestors. It is divided into 3 parts. The first permanent exhibition hall shows the day-to-day life of Koreans from the 17th to 20th century. The second permanent exhibition hall shows the clothing, food, and houses according to the 4 seasons of Korea. Each season, people had to adjust their lifestyle to the different climate. The third permanent exhibition hall shows the life of a Korean person. This section shows the stages of a person's life from birth to death. It also shows the rituals that accompany these stages. In the past, the lifestyle of the people differed according to their social status. There were different methods of telling time. Farmers followed mostly the laws of nature. They woke up at the rooster's sound and finished the work at dusk. For more precise measurement of time, sundial was used. The commoners could use the public sundial installed by the government. With the development of technology, handheld sundials were invented for personal use during the 19th century. The wells were one of the most important public places. They provided water for washing and cooking. Wells were placed in public areas, where everyone could use them, although some rich people had their own wells. Day, time for work. People spent their daytime working. The Yangban studied and worked at the government offices. The artisans worked in their studios. The farmers worked on the fields or collected firewood. Their daily routine consisted of sowing, cultivating, harvesting, and storing the harvested crops. Women took care of children, prepared meals, and used the spinning wheel to make clothes. In winter, they had more free time for themselves. Men often caught fish in the frozen rivers. Kids enjoyed their free time by flying kites. Games and leisures. In the past, people used to enjoy activities like flying kites and spinning tops. Kite flying was enjoyed by both man and woman during holidays such as Chuseok and Full Moon Festival. Traditional Korean kites were made of Korean paper and bamboo sticks. Originally, kites appeared in China around 1000 BC. After that, the activities spread to India, Europe, Japan, and so on. They were used for many things, including military signaling. During the winter, people mostly enjoyed sledding. The Joseon tobacco culture. When first introduced, smoking became a popular trend. Tobacco was introduced to Korea during the time of Imjin War. People at the time believed that smoking was good for health, and they often smoked using long pipes. Both man and woman smoked tobacco. It was given to children as well, because they believed smoking could kill roundworms. Evening, the time to finish the day's work. In the past, there was an official curfew. It meant that the people were not allowed to leave the house at night. The curfew started around 10 p.m. It ended around 4 a.m. The curfew was signaled by the public bell. The police patrolled the streets at night. They carried a handheld lantern, a baton, and a fuse to transfer fire. One of the ways to spend the evening hours in the winter was to eat charcoal-baked chestnuts while talking with the family. The chestnuts, or sweet potatoes, were baked in a brazier, which also warmed the room during the winter. On important festival days, such as the first full moon day, people were allowed to stay outside and enjoy the celebrations. They enjoyed eating together all night and read fortunes for the coming year. Night, Joseon's astronomy. The movement of the sun and the moon, as well as the star constellations, were very important for Joseon people. People believed that things like fertile harvest or bad weather could be predicted using astronomy. They also believed that the movement of the stars affected their personal lives and used it for fortune telling.